We're going to be hiking the Appalachian Trail, and I want to make videos as we're hiking. I could probably do it all on my iPhone, but I don't have a lot of space on the iPhone, and I don't know how to get videos off besides using the cloud, and I don't want to pay for the cloud. I also make all my videos on my iMac. It's way too big to bring with us, and I would hate to have it stolen because I have tons of pictures and video, and I've got a bunch of hard drives here with extra pictures and video, and I don't want to take any of that with us. I have purchased an iPad mini for making videos. I'm probably only going to use the iPhone for Strava to record how far we walk. So I wanted to get a really good digital camera with more zoom than the iPhone, a tilt screen for doing selfies, and something that used memory cards for unlimited storage. And I thought about the Sony RX100 Mark IV, which is $850. It's probably the gold standard in digital cameras, but I just decided that was too much, and it only had a 3x optical zoom. The Canon G7x Mark II was $650. It still had only a 3x optical zoom. The Panasonic LX100 didn't have a tilt screen, was $600. The Panasonic DMC LX10 was only $550, but still only had a 3x zoom, but had an amazingly fast, sharp lens. So what I ended up getting was the Panasonic Lumix ZS70, which is this camera. It has a 30x optical zoom. It's not nearly as fast as some of the other cameras that I have mentioned, but it does do 4K video, which the other cameras do, and that was another requirement I had. And this screen is a touch screen, which is nice. I also, with that camera, bought the travel pack so that I have a wall charger and an extra battery. This normally just charges via its cable. I also bought some Micover universal windscreens for this, which look like that when they come. They come with these double-sided sticky back things which were useless. The adhesive doesn't adhere very well, so what I ended up doing was putting these on with some Velcro. The other thing I bought for this camera is the Case Logic Medium small camcorder case. And the good thing about this is it will fit through your belt. And so I can have this on my belt and easily access the camera. Another camera I am considering bringing is my GoPro Hero 5 Session because it's waterproof, and if it were raining out I could film with it. So I also have something called the gimbal, and this is the EVO Wearable Gimbal, and if I were to video with it, as you can see, it keeps things really steady. No matter how you're tilting and moving, the camera stays put in place. But I don't think I'm going to take it because it's just too heavy and it's too much stuff. So my iPhone 6 doesn't have a lot of memory. So I bought a iPad mini 4 with 128 gigabytes of memory. This is a $400 thing, but I got it for $300 at Target, less 15% off for using your Target Red card. It's taken a little bit of time to figure out how to use this because it's not exactly easy to get a video on a micro SD card or a regular SD card from your camera into this for editing. So what I had to buy to get video in from the iPhone is the Lightning to USB 3 camera adapter. And this plugs into the iPad mini like that, and then I use a standard USB cable on one end and Lightning on the other end to plug my iPhone in, and I can download pictures. And that worked for both this camera, and I could use this camera's USB cable and download pictures. But I could not get the GoPro to work like that. So what I have to do with the GoPro is I have to remove the micro SD card, which looks like that, and I have to put it into a little adapter like this. And then this doesn't fit in here, so I had to buy a whole separate cable called the Lightning to SD card reader. And that plugs into your iPad, and then your SD card plugs into it, like that. And then it'll download pictures. since I had to buy this for the GoPro, the way I'm going to get video off of the Panasonic camera is also just remove the memory card, put it in there. It's just easier. Probably the only thing I don't like about this camera is this little flap for plugging in the cable to charge the camera and transfer pictures. As I said before, I don't want to pay money to have storage on the iCloud. So what I'm going to do is just buy memory cards as needed. And a while back, I switched to Lexar 64 gigabyte 633X high-speed memory card for most of my memory cards, although I still have some SanDisk ones around. I was having trouble with one of my cameras. I believe it was the Garmin Verb Ultra, and they suggested I get a higher speed memory card, which did not help. So I have SanDisk and Lexar memory cards, and they're all great. I'm not sure what to do about a selfie stick. I think I'm going to get that stick pick for the trekking poles and put both the GoPro and this on there. The GoPro is great because it's really small, but it doesn't zoom and the audio is terrible, but it will be good in the rain. It also shoots in 4K. So I have 4K here, I can do 4K on the phone, and I can do 4K here. Chances are I'm only going to do 1080p. Now on the Apple iPad mini, it comes with iMovie. But when I tried using iMovie on it, there's one thing that it doesn't do, which I really wish it did, which is, let me show you on the iMovie on the big screen. A lot of times if I'm creating a video, I might want to put a picture on top of my video track. And you cannot do that with iMovie on the iPad. You can only put a video on top of a video, which kind of sucks. Because of that, I started looking around at other programs. KineMaster, or KineMaster, which is right here, looked like a good solution, but it costs $40 a year or $5 a month. So I found something that I like even better than KineMaster, which is LumaFusion. And this software was 20 bucks. It gives you 3 audio tracks and 3 video tracks. It came with royalty-free music. It's easy to use. It does 4K video. So the iPad mini with LumaFusion is what I intend to make videos using. Keeping all this charged while out on the trail is going to be a real problem. So I bought 2 Anker batteries, one really big one. I think this is 21,000 milliamps, and I think this one is 13,000. So I'll be able to use both of those to keep this equipment charged. So that's my plan for making videos while we're out on the trail.